Hey, before the video starts, I'm going to be making bi-weekly content now because weekly content is too much. I've already been kinda doing a bi-weekly schedule, missed the upload for Sunday, but managed to make the upload this week anyways. Hello everyone, I'm with me, and today I decided to torture myself with the Scientology movie. Specifically, Scientology, the fundamentals of thought. What is the meaning of life? So many of us spend most of our lives searching for the answer to this age-old question. They're gonna answer what the meaning of life is. You know what, I haven't even gotten to that part yet, because this movie is awful, and I'll explain later. Well, what if you have had the answers all along? And all you ever needed were the tools to access them. In this groundbreaking film, Scientology, the Fundamentals of Thought, you will embark on a remarkable journey, mastering the tools of life. Oh, God. As you uncover the most important discovery you will ever make, the knowledge of you, the knowledge of me, the knowledge of me as a person. I have a pretty good knowledge of myself. I mean, I have a pretty simple grasp on why I do things now. And I didn't need Scientology for that. Learn and immediately apply the fundamental processes and principles that define the primary architecture of how life works. The primary architecture of how life works. You gotta be kidding me. Achieve a complete understanding of the mind, spirit, and life. Recognize what motivates your actions and the actions of others, and unblock the barriers of the extraordinary potential you have locked inside. Life is a game, and quite simply, herein are the rules. You can be happier, more capable, and play a better game, harnessing all life has to offer. Scientology, behold the life force that is you. Did they just say life force? Oh God, I can't believe they just said life force. Jesus Christ. Well, I can't wait to get to that part when they start explaining what the fuck that means. I don't know, I guess you have a great power inside. So, in my notes, it kind of looks like a madman wrote them, but at least I can read my handwriting. So, kind of like the worst part of this movie is that everything it explains to you in excruciating detail. Like, they gave you the words action, and then explained what action was, the definition, a visual. It was like a movie for kindergartners. So the cycle of action is creative. Now what that means is essentially anything happening to anything is creative. So if you were to destroy a house, like the movie gives an example of, that in itself would be an act of creation. Yeah, it just basically redefines words that we already have for no reason. I don't know who's reading this. The person reading this has to have at least laughed a couple times, unless they're a Scientologist. I'm pretty sure the narrator is a Scientologist. And at first the movie, it feels like it leads into I almost felt like it was going to tell you something about immortality, but no, I haven't gotten that far yet. It might as well. So everything is a metaphor. So say for instance you're looking at your bed right now and you're thinking, oh man, I like to sleep on that bed. And then you're like, ah shit, but I gotta go to work. And then you leave and go to work. And then you stop thinking about the bed. Apparently that means that the bed no longer exists. Yes, that's right, the bed no longer exists. That's what they say. However, it is just a metaphor. It just means you're not thinking about it anymore. It no longer exists in your head. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to see this fucking... I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Everything's a metaphor for some reason. A metaphor for shit. A metaphor for real life events. They're just kind of redefining what we already know. And then they show scary nukes and destruction and say that the only thing we're thinking about is destruction. Some shit like that. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And then it shows a military father is angry, right? He's angry because that's what he does in the military. He yells in the military. That's what he does. And then he starts yelling at his son. And then he yells at the cashier, and the cashier doesn't really care. She's like kind of like looking at him like, like not like taking him very seriously, which was funny, but I was like, then I was just confused. This is strange. Like, he stops yelling at his son for like no fucking reason. And then it goes on to say that the reason why he stopped is because his job or whatever no longer exists. Again, using that same old metaphor. If the military doesn't make you angry, I mean, yeah, it can, depending on some factors. Especially if you're actually going out to war, it's possible. Hitler came out angry. Of course, he was always angry, though. He was always angry. Isn't that crazy? He was racist the whole time. Anyways, I'm getting off subject because I don't want to fucking talk about this movie. Okay. Calm down, Elijah. It's okay. It then goes on to say that you can't do two hobbies at the same time. You can't do two hobbies at the same time. You can't do two careers at the same time. You can't do a hobby and a career, because then it creates chaos. I find that kind of funny because Maynard from Tool, he has a winery as well as 3 other bands. And that's why his book is titled The Perfect Union of Contrary Things. Anyways, then it shows this guy like going to a party, and then it's described as him being a sane person, and then he decides, well, what if I want to party? And then he starts to become an insane person. Insane, as the movie describes it. He parties, he drinks like a madman, he does the very stereotypical crazy party, pouring the drink all over himself as well. And then for some reason he has an emotional breakdown. He hits the wall a couple times. I guess it wasn't an emotional breakdown. It was more like he's upset and he's crying and he hits the wall a couple times. Usually people who are sad after a party, they weren't sad because they went insane or something like that. No, they aren't sad and upset because they went insane. They're sad and upset because something is sad and upsetting. Maybe they're sad and upset about someone, which is why they chose to drink a lot and have a fun time at a party. I don't know, maybe they needed to have a good time. Everybody has a bad day, or even bad weeks, bad months. Shit happens. But hey, every now and again you can have a drink and be fine. Even if something is upsetting you, usually you don't come out of the party crying, you just come out of the party hungover as fuck. And that's when I paused it. 1849, fucking not even 20 minutes into this fucking movie. Oh my god. See more? Will I watch more of this? Will I watch more of this? Look, guys, you don't understand. You don't understand how bad this fucking movie is. There's a part of me that wants to get really deep into this movie, go balls deep into this, and just fucking go. You know what I mean. But at the same time, the other part of me is like, I really don't want to fucking even look at this movie anymore. I want this movie to not exist anymore. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do like you did. Perhaps I'll watch other movies, because why the fuck not? I might as well. None of them are ever gonna be as bad as this movie. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Bye-bye!